Here we go.
Oops.
Here we go.
Oops.
Oh, I just hit the live button. Okay, we're going to be live in just a minute here. We're just setting up. So we're going to be going live here. We got the thing going. I see the little data flying by. So we're doing pretty good here. All right, good. And, with that, let's get the show on the road here. All right, so for those of you who don't know, we're running about a half hour late because, once again, I was having some weird technical issues, and I rebuilt our entire program. And in the process of rebuilding the entire program, it allowed me to figure out the one tiny 2-second step that would have fixed all the issues. But, we do what we've got to do, and now we're
All's
here
well that
live.
ends well.
All's well that ends well, and the only thing that didn't end well was the first time we hit live and you couldn't hear me. So now this one hopefully will not only end well, but will start well and be well, so that all will be well. I'm getting all these messages over here. People are sending me all sorts of stuff.
Wondering where your program is.
I know, yeah, it's probably all messages going, where's the show? Because, there's like 5 people that watch this. And today we're going to talk about YouTube support programs. And no, I'm not talking about, people that are addicted to it that need a 12-step. We're talking about programs that help you with your YouTube. Look at that. I popped Steve there for a second when I said that. But that's what it sounds like with YouTube support programs. It's a support program for people that are addicted to YouTube. No, that is not what it is. We're going to talk about some programs that help you with YouTube. So with that, Steve, are you ready?
I indeed am ready, Ray.
All right. Then for the thousands in attendance, or 5, and the millions watching around the world, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On today's episode of Video Marketing Madness, we're going to talk about YouTube support programs that take YouTube to a whole new level. And today's episode is made possible by Movo. Movo are the people that make wonderful products for you when you want to make professional video with things like your iPhone or your DSLR. You can get all sorts of really cool microphones, including some lapel microphones, some wireless microphones, and I actually picked up a very cool microphone, which for those of you watching live, I've got it right here. And this is the Movo. It's a pack. And this one is a little shotgun microphone that sits on top of your smartphone or your DSLR and gives you some great sound directly from the camera. So you don't need to have a lapel microphone or anything. It's this one here. The microphone is the, let me get the name right, the VXR10. And we've actually added that to our list of goodies. So if you head on over to pocketvideopro.com/VXR10, you'll be able to pick this up. It comes with the shotgun microphone, the shock mount that attaches to the top, and it has the dead cat windbreaker that you can stick on there so that you can go out into the. Steve laughs at that. It actually is called a dead cat, believe it or not. That's actually the official name of those things.
And is its name Earl? Earl?
I don't know. TuneSys maybe. Could be TuneSys. Okay. But you stick that on there, so if you're out in the wind, it will muffle that wind and make sure that you don't get all those bad sounds. So that's the VXR10. You can check it out again, pocketvideopro/VXR10. And, of course, you can check out the stand that comes with it as well. That's the PR1 at pocketvideopro.com/PR1. And our lapel microphones at pocketvideopro.com/LV1. And that's a great little wired microphone that I use all the time. All of these products, when you go there, you'll be able to get with our Pocket Video Pro kit, which gives you all sorts of other goodies. And so with that, check those out. And today's episode is ready to run. So, Steve, should I hit the music?
Hit the music, Ray. Affirmative.
Here we go.
He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.
I'm doing my imitation of Elizabeth Holmes.
Ooh,
not
very
blinking.
Nice.
You'd have to see that on the Facebook Live. Anyhow, It's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray, the video guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper. You can find all of our programs at govmm.com. Ways to subscribe and ways to get social with us. We got a YouTube channel. We got a Facebook, and I share all kinds of great stuff there.
Great. It is great. It really is. And it's
great.
You can check it out anytime. We got all sorts of fun things there. And for those of you watching, my head seems very large today, doesn't it? It's kind
does.
Of, big and imposing. I'm not sure what.
And mine's
what I did there, but.
Mine's smaller, which is I've got a huge head. I don't know. I think my mom smoked a joint when she was pregnant with me or something. But
could be.
Yeah.
So, but hey, that's okay. We're here, and this is an audio podcast. We just let you see behind the scenes if you join us live. So, for those of you listening, you'll have no idea what we're talking about, but that's okay because you're here for something different. You're here to learn about YouTube support programs. Now, when I talk about support programs for YouTube, what I'm talking about specifically are programs like TubeBuddy and Vid Iq, two of my favorite programs. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, TubeBuddy being the one that I use most often with most of my clients as well as with my own stuff, but also vidIQ is a big help. And we want to talk about both of those. And Steve, which one do you use? Do you use either one of these?
I got both of them, but I rely on TubeBuddy the most.
I do too, and there's a lot of good reasons for that. TubeBuddy actually provides a variety of different services for your YouTube channel, and they do on-site changes or on-site additions, and they also do off-site stuff as well. And both of those,
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah,
it's a Swiss
it really
Army
is.
Knife. Really is.
So, and honestly, YouTube's made some improvements over the years, but at the beginning, when TubeBuddy was first on the scene and dealing with YouTube, it really provided a lot of things that were needed in YouTube that just weren't there. For instance, if you go to YouTube back in the old days, you couldn't even get to your own channel. It was like you had to go through like 15 steps to find your own channel, and it was crazy. And so TubeBuddy actually puts right on your web browser when you're in YouTube, it actually, right on the YouTube screen, there'll be a TubeBuddy menu, and it's a drop-down menu, and it would give you all the things that really should have been in the main YouTube menu, which would be like a link back to your channel and stuff like that, and into certain things in the back end so that you could jump to them very quickly. And it was very, very useful. Still very useful. Because, the one thing with YouTube right now, and for those of you that may have multiple channels, you may have noticed that when you log into one channel, YouTube looks different than when you log into another channel. Some of them are using the new YouTube Studio. Some of them are using the Creator Studio. Some of them are, even on just the main pages, just the upload button is different. On one page it says upload, and you click on it and it uploads. And another one, it has a little plus button, and you hit the plus button and you can go live, or you can. It's crazy. I don't understand why there's 15 different versions of YouTube depending upon what channel you're on. And I guess they're slowly rolling these things out, but now I forget which one is new and which one's old, so I don't know which way they're going with it. But TubeBuddy just gives you a lot of the main links to certain places in your channel, which is a big help. And for those of you using the new YouTube Studio as opposed to the Creator Studio, TubeBuddy is starting to get more integrated into the YouTube Studio, which about a couple months ago it wasn't at all. So if you had TubeBuddy and you went into the new YouTube Studio, you were like, I lost all my TubeBuddy stuff. Well, it's starting to come back, and a lot of the things are in there again, so it's useful. But dirty little secret, I always switch back over to the classic Creator Studio when I'm in there. And and apparently I'm not alone. A lot of people have said that the new YouTube Studio looks really nice. It's very well organized and it looks good, but it just seems to be missing half the stuff that you want to do, or you can't find it, and they move it around. And so I still go back to the old one, at least on most times that's what I do. And unfortunately, they keep trying to, every time you reload the page, it tries to pop you back in, and you got to say, I want the classic again. But there is, by the way, if you don't know this, there is actually a setting inside your channel where you can tell it to always go to the classic layout, which I don't do just because I really want to use the new YouTube Studio and I want it to be good. But I get frustrated trying to find certain things, and I'm like, forget it. And I just go back to the classic Studio and where everything is easy to access.
At some point they're going to drop the classic Studio.
Yes.
So
they definitely will. So you definitely want to use it, but get used to it, learn it, and the analytics, by the way, just beautiful. They do a beautiful job with the analytics in the new one. But there's just a few things that don't quite work out. But in any case, TubeBuddy does work with either of those. So whether you're using the new YouTube Studio or the Classic Creator Studio, you do have integration with TubeBuddy there. And like we said, on the main part, you get that nice menu system. In the back end, you get all sorts of really cool add-ons when you're putting in your videos. So for instance, when you upload a new video, TubeBuddy actually puts in a checklist. And the checklist is all the things you should be doing every time you upload a video. So it's going to tell you, create a keyword loaded title, and then you can check off that you did that. And it'll say, add a YouTube card, and you can check that off. Add an end screen, and you can check it off. Comment on your video, check it off. And it's really neat because it reminds you of all the things you need to do right there on the YouTube page as you're uploading. It puts all that there. And in the back end of TubeBuddy, if you go to the actual TubeBuddy site, you can actually adjust that checklist and put new things in there. So for instance, there's some advanced things that I do on all of my channels that's not mentioned in the TubeBuddy list, but you can actually go in and change that list so that it's customized to you. So if you, for instance, I always want to make sure that I put the name, address, and phone number of the business into the description. Well, that's not in the TubeBuddy by default, but in the back end of TubeBuddy, I can add that in as a step. And so now when I upload, it's in that checklist and I can check it off that I did that. So it's a very cool program when it comes to making sure that you do all the things you should be doing every single time that you go into YouTube to upload a video. On top of that, it gives you a thumbnail creation tool. So if you click on the thumbnail creation tool, it allows you to upload images, or you can choose a frame from the video and then add text and images to it. So for instance, in one of my series that I do, rather than creating a custom thumbnail, because I had a lot of content that was older that I wanted to make live and I didn't want to sit there and make all these thumbnails. So as I went live, I just hit create thumbnail. I grabbed a frame that I liked, and then I put the text on top of that with the little logo, and boom, we were done, we were ready to go. And it works really, really well. It makes sure that you've got a nice custom thumbnail, but without having to do all the work and getting Photoshop and whatnot. So it adds that in there. It also adds tools for when you're putting in your tags. As you put in the tags, it suggests new tags for you, and you can click on those tags and add them in. And then once you're done adding those tags, it'll actually tell you how you're ranking for each one of those keywords, one of the tags. It'll put a little green 1 if you're number 1, or a green 10 if you're the 10th. So it's very useful as far as finding out where you stand as you're doing this. And you may be surprised sometimes you put in those keywords into your tags area and you'll see that, oh my gosh, I'm already number 1 and I just uploaded this 2 minutes ago. And so that's kind of fun to see that in there. But it gives you all of that information along with some of those other tools. Some of the other things that it adds the ability to schedule out your videos, which YouTube has as well, but you can schedule videos. You can also sunset videos with it. And what that means is, let's say that you've got a video you're putting out for a client and it's for a Christmas sale. Well, you could have it go live on November 25th and then have it go away on December 25th. And it'll sunset that. It'll make it unlisted or private at the end of that time period, and it'll do that automatically for you. Another thing that TubeBuddy does for you is it adds multiple defaults to your content. So if you've ever used, I don't know if you've ever used any of the default content inside of YouTube, but what you can basically do is as you create your videos, you can set titles, tags, and descriptions that are the same every time, so that you upload a video. And this is just in YouTube. This isn't TubeBuddy. In YouTube, you can set default content so that, let's say you upload a new video for a plumber client. Well, it's going to automatically put, in the title, dash whatever plumbing. And then in the description, it's going to say about whatever plumbing, and have that description in there and have their links and their social media and things like that automatically in there. It's going to put in all the keywords that you're always going to use as tags are going to be in there automatically. So that's a really cool feature. But with TubeBuddy, you can actually set multiples of these, and it'll give you a menu, and you can choose which one you want. So for instance, let's say that you're working with a lawyer, and you might upload bankruptcy law videos, and you might also upload divorce law videos. And you can choose, oh, this is a divorce law video, and it'll put very specific information about divorce. that you've already put in there. You can do the same, then you can switch it over to bankruptcy or personal injury or whatever it is, and it'll bring in that default content so you can have different ones in there. Steve, you got something to say about this?
I'm the king of DUI lawyers, and I'm doing it all on trade.
That doesn't mean he's using them. He's not using the DUI lawyers. He works with the DUI lawyers.
I don't drink, so that was a joke. Yeah.
Yes, but Steve does work with a lot of lawyers. Not legally, but business-wise. So.
Yeah, but yeah.
But yeah, the
DUI
defaults
lawyers are good, by the way. Anyhow, I'll let
DUI lawyers are good. We've worked with a few of those over the years. They're not as lucrative as, let's say, personal injury lawyers.
Oh no!
But they are very good quality businesses to work with. They just don't have that same high, per client number that really we like to see. Unfortunately.
Well, PI, it could a case minimally can be worth $100,000.
Oh yeah,
minimally. Whereas DUI, $5,000, maybe a little more.
Yep.
But what I do is I do everything on a cost per lead thing. I do it at a decent rate. So that allows them to do some things, because most times they're doing SEO maybe for a year and then, being done with it.
Yep.
So that this allows them to do some things. And what I found, just FYI with attorneys, divorce and bankruptcy, boy, sometimes they're not getting a whole lot for those things. You know what I'm saying? So,
that is true. Yep.
Yeah,
bankruptcy,
so
sometimes they're getting just a few $100s for doing these bankruptcies, and
Well, same with divorce. Just depends on what's happening. But with all the no fault divorces and all that kind of stuff, man, you gotta have some pretty rich people getting divorced for it to be lucrative. So yeah, I've kind of carved out DUI. A, you can get to them, and B, there's some money there. PI is tough to get to. Now you guys have, because of all the networking that y'all do and et cetera. But if you can get to them, man, oh man,
yeah, well worth it. Yes, absolutely. So. But yeah, so the point of that is, if you've got clients that do different types of things where, the videos they're uploading are going to be systematically different, then you have the option of using multiple default settings inside of there, which is a very cool thing. You also get a lot of tools in there for doing, adding content. Now, YouTube has added this in there too. It's kind of hidden, but you can do this in YouTube, but they make it a little easier where, let's say, for instance, you've got a new client and he's got a bunch of videos, but he didn't really do much as far as putting a description on all those videos. And so now you've got to go into all those videos and you've got to add, their name, their address, their phone number, about them, their links to social media, their, all that stuff you got to put into every single video. And they've got 50 videos in there. Well, you can actually use TubeBuddy and say, okay, I want to put this content in at the end of all the videos, hit go, and it's going to add it to all the videos at the end. And so they're all going to have that all at once without you having to do that individually. So that's a big, big help. And like I said, YouTube actually does have that in there now that you can do directly as well, but it's a little hidden in there. But this gives you some of those options to find certain things. So for instance, another thing you can do is, let's say that you've got one of your clients and they're at 123 4th Street, but they just moved their business to a different address. You can actually tell it, say, find 123 4th Street and change it to this address, and hit go, and it'll go to every single video, replace the old address with the new address, so you don't have to do that. And believe me, we've got some lawyer clients that have 150 videos, so when we have to make those changes, that would take hours to just go in there, and you'd be bored out of your mind trying to get that done. But with this, you can just go boom and have it all done in one shot. Yes.
And so why do you want to do that? Well, the big reason is citations.
Yes.
But if people are watching the videos and looking for information, you want that in there too. But that's a great way to get your citations fixed on your videos.
Yep. It'll help you to get those higher rankings on Google My Business. So you want to do that whenever you can. And with TubeBuddy, just go in there, take care of that all in one shot, and it'll change all of those things for you. And that's just a great part of the program. Now, there's another side to TubeBuddy that you can actually use as well, and that is the inside TubeBuddy itself. Now, when you go inside TubeBuddy itself, you've got all sorts of tools to help you with your YouTube channel. So for instance, you can do competitor research. So you can put in, for instance, with our lawyer clients, we put them in and then we put all the top lawyers in their area into the same program, and it's going to bring up all of those. It's going to compare them all. It's going to show you, okay, Smith Law Firm uploaded 5 videos this month. You uploaded 10. These guys uploaded 2. These guys uploaded 3. You got 10,000 views this month. This guy got 5,000. This guy got 300. This guy got 800. And so it's going to make nice little charts for you showing where you stand against all these guys. It's going to show you, likes, how many likes compared to other people. So it just gives you a lot of really cool tools, which are great for providing reports to the clients so you can show them. It's like, here, take a look at us. And, it's comical because with some of our clients, we've got these charts and literally you'll see all the competition with nothing. No, I mean, we're so far ahead of them in views and whatnot that they're just these little slivers at the bottom, and we've got this giant bar, showing the views and things. So that's always really cool to show them compared to the competition. You can also do keyword searching and tracking as well. So for instance, if you've got a plumber in Hoboken, New Jersey, you can actually put in keywords Hoboken plumber, plumber Hoboken, Hoboken, New Jersey plumber, whatever the keywords are that you want, put them into there, and it's going to show you all the top videos from you and your competition and show you where you stand. So, you have a list of, Hoboken, New Jersey plumber, and it'll show you all the videos that match that, where you are, where your competition is. And so that way you always know what, where you stand as far as your videos go in search compared to competition, and it'll show you the number too. So for instance, in some cases you might be number 3, but you might be the top out of all your competitors, but somebody else has 2 and 1. So, even though you didn't compare yourself to those other ones, you'll still know that, okay, I'm number 3 right now. And so that allows you to really figure out, okay, we got to work on this one because, this particular keyword, we don't have anything good here, so we need to do something. In other cases, if you're using this for reports, it can look really good when you pull up that report and it's, Hoboken, New Jersey plumber, and it shows you having all the top spots, 10 spots for that keyword, and then another keyword, and you've got 3 spots there. So it really provides a great picture as far as that goes. And that's the type of information that's not inside of YouTube. You can get a lot of great analytics in YouTube, but it's not going to do those comparisons, and that really helps to do that. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, inside of TubeBuddy, you can set up all those default things that you want so that they have a checklist that you can use either in TubeBuddy or it'll put it onto the actual YouTube channel. There's health reports for your channel that you can see in there. You can also see how much your channel is worth. So it'll actually use the Internet Blue Book, and it will find out, what is your channel worth. Oh, my channel's worth $10,000, $5,000, $8 million, whatever it happens to be. And it'll show you all of that. It'll also show you opportunities. So if you're looking for opportunities like what could I make a video about to take advantage of certain keywords, it'll actually show you that, and then you can go and make videos about it, about that particular thing. So a lot of really, really cool stuff there. Now, the other thing that it does is when you go to a YouTube page, so for instance, a video page for yourself or a competition, it gives you a little chart on the right-hand side of the page, and that chart tells you all the information that you'd want to know about that video. How many views, how many likes, how many shares on Facebook, how many tweets about it. It's going to give you how many views per hour and per day, so you can kind of find out how a video is performing. It'll also show you the tags. So if you don't know this, basically YouTube stopped showing tags to competition. So for instance, in the old days, we could go to any video and you'd see what tags they had. Well, YouTube blocks that, so you don't see that now, and TubeBuddy actually adds that back in, so you can see all of the tags for that one. You can also get strength. Is this doing well, and is this video doing well for its keywords? Is it doing poorly? It gives you all of that kind of information so that you can really make some good decisions when it comes to how you're doing. If you find competition that's doing really well for certain things, you can take their tags and you can use their tags in your videos. You can make sure that you're creating content that specifically goes after what they're doing well for, so that you can get some of that traffic as well, and all those views that people might currently have. So that's TubeBuddy. And by the way, if you haven't checked it out yet, if you go to tubebuddy.com/RayTheVideoGuy, you can actually get started for Steve, do you know what you get started for?
Hold on, had to unmute my mic. Free!
Free! That's right. You get started for free. Now, you don't get all the things we talked about when you do the free version, but you get quite a few things for free. Once you've used it and you kind of see some of the things that you can do with it, then you can upgrade to get more of the tools. But some of that stuff is completely free inside there. You can get it starting today, right now, anytime you want at TubeBuddy.com/RayTheVideoGuy. You'll be able to get signed up for free. Highly recommend. If you do anything YouTube, just go sign up. It's completely free. Why would you not sign up? It's free. So do that, and it's well worth it. Now, the other program that we want to talk about, and we'll talk a little more briefly about this one, and that's Vid Iq. Now, Vid Iq is another great program. It actually provides many of the same types of things to your YouTube channel. So, for instance, it gives you a create thumbnail button. So you can click on that one and create a thumbnail for a video as well. So if you need to make a thumbnail, you can click that create thumbnail from vidIQ as well, make your thumbnail, and make your video pretty and easier to find and more likely to get clicked on. vidIQ also gives you a lot of great information about the video. Just like we talked about with that chart on the page, they also provide a chart on the page. And quite honestly, I think the vidIQ chart is actually a little bit better. They give you a little bit more information even when it's at the free level. That really gives you a lot of info about what's going on with that video as far as likes and shares and views and thumbs up, thumbs down, all that kind of fun stuff. It also gives you these nice little meters that show you how difficult a keyword is. That if you're trying to do a video for a certain keyword, it's going to show you right in there. It's like, oh, this is a hot keyword. It's going to be more difficult. It's an 89. And it gives you a nice numerical output so that you can know how difficult a specific keyword would be to rank for. And it shows you in each video that you go to. So vidIQ is another one that provides you with a lot of that great info. And again, highly recommend you pick that up. It's completely free, just like TubeBuddy is. There is upgraded versions of vidIQ, but you can get the free one at vidIQ.com. And I highly recommend that you do so because it is going to help you to not only create better videos, but just to make sure that you do all the things that you need to do inside your video to make it work as best as possible and to get all the feedback so that okay, we're doing well or we're not doing well with this particular video. And so both of those programs, highly recommended. Now, I will say this, they kind of conflict with each other a little bit as far as, if you install both of them, it kind of gets a little weird, but you can install both. It does make the things a little weird, like, in the back of YouTube when you got both of the little thumbnail things there and they're kind of on top of each other and whatnot. But they will run concurrently, so you can have both going on at the same time. The vidIQ, if you do the upgrade on vidIQ, actually gives you a ton of really cool information when it comes to competition. So when you're comparing your video to a competitor's video, or when you're trying to do research on one competitor's videos, it gives you a lot of information that you can use so that you can make your own videos. So it gives you little charts of, how the video has been popular over time, how it's doing right now, just a lot of really cool stuff. So if you're looking to do competitive research on another person's video, vidIQ is really top notch for that. It gives you a lot of great information. So I would highly recommend you check that out as well at vidIQ.com. So Steve, any input on either of these programs or anything else that you like?
Yeah, I'm big on TubeBuddy, and occasionally I will bring up vidIQ. I'll be honest, the reason I don't use vidIQ as much is because of those conflicts. So I just kind of override TubeBuddy. But I have found that vidIQ has a little bit more, and maybe this is just me, a little bit more competitive information. So I will fire that up when I need it.
I like their competitive information a little bit better. And you're right, because of the conflicts, I tend to use TubeBuddy more, which gives you enough information. But vidIQ does give you a little bit more, but TubeBuddy gives you so much more with everything else that it's kind of my default anyway. Enough so that I don't have them with me here. I think they're out in my car. I have TubeBuddy sunglasses, so...
Ooh, well, wow!
Yeah.
I wish I was you.
That's right. They are the dollar store, Huey Lewis sunglasses.
Yeah,
that you can get at the dollar store, but they say TubeBuddy on them. So
cool.
Indeed.
That is awesome. Did you get it at a trade show, or did they send them to you?
I did. I got that when we were out in California for Daryl's show. TubeBuddy was there, and they were giving out the sunglasses. So.
Oh, and I didn't get them. Okay,
you did not, I guess, but you might not have been at that one. I think that was the one
I went to the first.
So.
I went to the first one. Yeah, Daryl's the Vid Summit is really for serious guys that are creating content that entertains people.
Yes.
Or what have you.
That's it. Yeah, that's kind of what it's become. Is much more for it's for the people that are doing real content. So a lot of people that go to that are the guys making lots of skateboard videos and really making money doing it, and they're trying to figure out how to make more money doing it. And then it's a lot of high level advertising stuff for that type of content and whatnot. And they have the Harmon brothers come and talk about poopery and all that kind of fun stuff as well. But it's a great place to go if you're really into using YouTube. In our local market, maybe not as much because it's kind of more into that content area than it is for using YouTube for business. So it's a little bit different than what we do. Great place to go. If you do any kind of fun content, you definitely would want to be at something like that. So
I heard that he's doing pretty well with that too. He's getting quite a few people there.
Yep. Yeah. The last one we went to, boy, there was a lot more people than the first time. That's for sure. So.
Yeah, I heard it's packed. So they still have it that same venue though, the hotel at the airport there. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a Hyatt. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. It's the one right outside of the LAX airport, but I can't remember which.
That's perfect though, because what you can do is you can fly into LAX, get on a shuttle bus. You're there in 10 minutes. It's really easy.
Yep. It sure is. So.
Well.
All right.
Good.
Woo.
Yeah. Good stuff today.
So that is the YouTube support programs. And again, it's not a 12-step program for people addicted to YouTube, but
yeah. I'm glad you clarified that.
I did. I wanted to clarify that right up front in case people were confused. So
now, who makes Video Marketing Madness possible, Ray?
Well, what's funny, Steve? Video Marketing Madness is made possible by our good friends over at Movo. And Movo, for those of you who don't know, makes all sorts of really cool video products, things like microphones and lights and stands and lenses and all sorts of really neat things, not only for your high-end video cameras, but specifically for you people shooting on smartphones and DSLRs. You can get all sorts of really cool things that turn your smartphone into a full video production studio. I'm talking about the PR1 stand that I use, which has a shoe mount on the top, so you can add lights and microphones, and you can add a mount on the side. And they make this really cool light that I have. It's an LED light. It's actually sitting right over here on my shelf here. And what's neat about these LED lights, and I think I showed them on the show one day, is you can actually buy multiples of them, and they will snap together, and you can make a giant grid of lights with these things if you want to. I mean, it's really cool. And the funny thing is, I didn't even know that. I happened to see a picture on their site one day, and I'm like, and I had two of them, and I'm like, oh yeah, look at that. You can slide them together. And so now you've got multiple lights all attached together. So very, very cool stuff. And that's at Movo. You can check out all of their really cool stuff by heading on over to raisebonuses.com/Movo. That will take you to their main page where you can see all the cool things that they have. And then we have some very cool specials, such as our special on their lavalier mic, the LV1, which you can get at pocketvideopro.com/LV1. And that lets you use a lapel microphone on your smartphone. And it also works on regular cameras as well, but it works on smartphones, which most microphones do not work on smartphones. So that's one that you can use with your smartphone. And we also have some really cool wireless microphones that we've been using with them as well. There's the WMic 10, which is a tiny little microphone. It's a 2.4 gigahertz microphone. So you get these two little tiny transmitters and receivers, and they work for about 50 feet or so in distance. So and just gives you a nice little sound. You can plug it into your smartphone, plug it into your camcorder, you can plug it into your DSLR. And then if you really want to take it another step forward, we have the WMic 80, which is a really nice UHF wireless system. So you could actually be 300 feet away, and it'll still give you a nice crystal clear sound. Again, you can still hook it up to your phone, your DSLR, your camcorder, and you can get all of these things, the WMic 10 at pocketvideopro.com/WMIC10, or you can get the 80 by going to pocketvideopro.com/WMIC80. And with both of those, you can still get our Pocket Video Pro Kit, which comes with stock video and stock music and all sorts of other fun stuff to help you make videos like a pro. And that's with Movo. And again, raisebonuses.com/Movo will take you to all of their lovely products, which my office here is now full of these Movo products. And I have a table over there with about 5 different products on there. I've got one right here on my desk. I'm staring at the other PR1 and the WMic 80, which is attached to my system over here. So we've got all their products everywhere, and I absolutely love it. The best part is much cheaper than any of the alternatives out there. In fact, the new one that I got here, the VXR10, which is a little shotgun mic. There's a Rode, I believe they call it the Rode Video mic or something like that. And it looks exactly like that, but it's literally half the price. And every video that I've watched comparing the two shows that this one at half the price is a much, much better microphone with louder sound and clearer sound. So definitely want to check that out at VXR10 at pocketvideopro.com/VXR10. Whew.
Yeah,
Is that enough?
Cool.
Is that enough? I think that's enough, right?
Yeah, I think that's
All right.
plenty,
Well, with
Gary.
that said, then that brings us to the close of another episode of Video Marketing Madness. And with that, we will say to you next week, same bat time, same bat channel for Video Marketing Madness. For Steve Sleeper, I'm Ray the Video Guy, and let's hit that funky music. So
Alrighty.
long, everybody.
He's Ray the video
Ooh, did you hear that? I
guy,
hit the
yeah,
post.
Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.